high time to break the taboo around inheritance. It is essential that we break the taboo around inheriting in order to avoid a lot of emotional pain, fear and overwhelm which most heirs are going through. In the last 10 years more capital has been passed on than ever before in history of mankind, and the amounts are still growing. However, most heirs have no idea how to deal with that. This happens in a quiet world where it is vulgar to talk about money, or you don't talk about it because you do not want to be different than the people around you. Suddenly one of your friends can afford to buy a nice house or has a beautiful car or goes on a vacations they could never afford before. I am pretty sure you know what I mean, because it happens all around us. However, most heirs have serious issues with their inheritance because they have not been prepared for it. Remember, it is not talked about. In consequence, heirs quickly feel grief, shame, guilt, overwhelm and a lack of purpose and motivation. And nobody understands them, because if they know, they think the heir has been so lucky. And if they don't know, you are not likely to tell them you have a problem with inheriting, are you? I know what that is like. Because I have been one of them. It totally changed my life. But initially it did not change it for the better. Don't get me wrong here. I am super grateful to my dad for having left behind such a legacy, for giving me so much more freedom of choice. However, he had to go in order for me to inherit, and I would much rather have him around than the inheritance. That is a fact, and that fact caused me grief, caused me guilt, caused me shame. But apart from the grief and the guilt and the shame one feels, the newly acquired wealth brings with it big responsibilities. Plus, and this can be a big one, when there is no need to work, it is hard to find the right motivation to keep moving forward. Also, and this might be the worst of all, you tend to attract the worst in people, be it family members who break with you because they did not get a piece of the pie. Or be it family and friends who borrow money and then resent you, because they can't or don't want to pay it back. In my family I had both. Or false financial advisors who seem to smell your overwhelm and innocence in these matters. It is as if you have dumb air printed on your forehead. When I inherited, I tried my utmost to make my dad proud, but I made so many mistakes by trusting the wrong people that he probably turned in his grave more than once. Sorry, Dad. Friendships and family connections went sour and I took the blame. I felt so ashamed, so useless. Until I found a coach in one of my mastermind groups that helped me understand and heal the pain I had gone through. Today, I consider it my mission to help heirs. Because of my personal experience. Because I understand them. And because of my 37 years in coaching and personal development, I have the skills to help. I help heirs cope with their inheritance in a healthy, joyful way so it can be the blessing it was always meant to be. If you know anyone that could do with a helping hand, please let them know about me. They will thank you for it. Get in touch at barbara@inheritance101.com. I look forward to meeting you. Love. Barbara.